What's up guys, my name is Nate and welcome back to another video. Today we are taking a look at old technology. So I have a bunch of devices right in front of me that are kind of old by this point actually. So we're going to start off with one device that was actually my grandma's, and my mom actually had the exact same device at once. This is all Apple products, by the way. Had this device at one point. They actually had the same phone plus the same phone case. This is the iPhone 5C. The iPhone 5C is one of the iPhones that came out. I have to turn brightness back up. The iPhones that came out in, I don't know what, I'm tired apparently. This iPhone came out in September 20th of 2013, along with its big brother, iPhone 5S, and I think also the 5, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong though. Hold on, when did the iPhone 5 come out? Did it come out a year earlier? I don't remember if it did or not. Nope, came out the same year. Okay, so I had the 5, the 5S, and the 5C. My mom and my grandma had a 5C in white, plus this gray and nuclear green phone case. And no joke, they had the same phone in the same phone case. So the only way you could tell these phones apart is by clicking the home button, looking at the screen, and whoever had the correct background as their lock screen was their phone. Because by just looking at them with their case on, you couldn't tell them apart. They were identical. Same phone case, same phone, same gigabyte size, like literally they're the same size. So that's that. As you can see, here it is. I have it in white. These are actually kind of rare because they're the worst selling iPhone of all time, the iPhone 5C, because they were just kind of this low tier iPhone 5. It was made completely out of plastic. I think the screen is the only part that's actually metal, plus the stuff on the bottom, but the entire case is out of this plastic case. The iPhone 5 and 5S were made out of metal. The iPhone 5S had the finger ID. I had a 5S myself back in 2015, 2016. And my mom had this phone. I think she got it when the iPhone 6 came out. She bought the 5C along with my grandma. They got their phones at the same time. And my dad had a 6 at the time, I believe. And I had a 5S. I was pretty cool because I had Thumb ID, which was really cool at the time. And I actually got this working to the point where it can basically be a functional phone. If I grab the SIM card out of my phone, probably, I could stick it in here, and basically this can become my phone. It has, I can download most of the apps. They're just really old versions of the app, so that's the only downside. Some of the apps I can't use. Some of the Google Suite apps don't exist or can't be downloaded, and some apps just don't work at all. I did download some games, and 3 of the games worked. One of the games was Angry Birds. That Angry Birds game worked pretty well. No lag whatsoever. Angry Birds Space, same thing, no lag whatsoever. Those games were pretty fun. I did play those games as a kid on another device that I'll be showing you in a minute, also on my mom's old phone, this one here. And then I also played Minecraft. Minecraft was an interesting experience, and I'll get to that in a bit. It was slow. It took a while to load some things. Both apps, all the apps took a while to load, especially social media. I'll get to that in a minute, but it did load and it did play very well, as you can see in these video clips. I'm playing Minecraft and building stuff, so you can see it's been working well. I tested Twitter. Twitter took quite a bit to open up and load the feed, so that's good. And also it has a front and back facing camera, so I did test the camera, and the camera works. And also here's this. This is a test of the iPhone 5C's microphone and video camera. This is the inner camera, so the frame rate might not be as good because it only records up to 30 frames per second, while my phone right here records up to 60 in 4K. This can do 30 in 1080p, which 1080p I think this was the first phone, was the iPhone 5, to include a 1080p camera. This camera, however, this phone plus the 5, the regular 5, didn't have slow motion, which the 5S did. and I loved using the slow motion feature on my 5S, except I only had about 16 gigabytes worth of storage, which is the size of this phone as well. So I really didn't have much to work with until my phone storage was basically full. And that was an issue with that until I got my next phone, which was my 7, which I had like 128 gigabytes of storage, and now I have 256. So that problem went away instantly. So here's the camera and microphone, and it's actually pretty good. So anyways, it's good. It still works. It's running iOS 10.3.3. So it is on iOS 10, so it is using newer iOS software-ish. iOS 10 is usually the threshold of when Apple products actually start getting good. But that's the highest update this phone can go to. So that's basically it. Now, do I recommend this phone in today's time? Absolutely not. There are so many better phones you can go out and buy, iPhone-wise. They still sell the 10R, they sell the 11, they sell the 12, and I think now they sell the 13 and 13 Pro. But also they sell the 2020 SE, which is basically like an iPhone 8. But with the newer stuff, and I actually think it's getting refreshed again this year, which again, it's just going to be an iPhone 8 body plus the newer chips and set and whatever, so still get software support. So that's this phone. Now it's time to move on to something else. How you guys gonna be able to see this thing because it's so tiny? This is an iPod Touch Generation 4. Now, this Generation 4 has been places. Let me tell you. This iPod Touch Generation 4, I believe, has been to South Dakota and back. It has been to my grandmother's house and back several times. It has lived at my grandma's house for, I believe, 5 years. It has been through a journey. The battery life on this iPod is terrible, but you don't ever miss this sound. And also, you get to slide to unlock, which is not usually a normal thing, but just take a listen to this. Now that is a classic. This iPod Touch is running iOS 6.1.6, not even iOS 7 it can run. That's how classic this thing is. This iPod came out in September 12th of 2010. This iPod now is 11 years old. Almost 12 years old, actually. Jesus, this thing is old. This was actually originally my grandma's iPod. Just because we wanted to get my grandma into the Apple ecosystem, we had to figure out a device to get. Now, she did actually have a phone already. She had a mobile Verizon phone. And we wanted to get her into the Apple ecosystem to sync music, text message, SMS texting, and all that stuff. Unfortunately, I couldn't get iCloud to work. I'm guessing since it's iOS 6, it's too old for iCloud to sync correctly, and it wouldn't let me sign in. I get stuck at the PIN lock for my iCloud account, because now that I have newer devices, I have to enter a 6-digit PIN to sync with this. This doesn't recognize that it's a 6-digit PIN. It says, hey, enter a 6-digit PIN on a different device, and then nothing happens. It just sits there and does nothing. While all of my other devices are like, hey, here's a 6-digit PIN to enter on the new device, where it doesn't show a passcode screen, so it just doesn't do anything. So can't use any of the iCloud stuff, but I can use some of the basic apps like the internet. I can use Safari. I can use like basic apps like clocks, calendar. I don't think I can really use calendar since I can't sync it to anything. If I do want to sync it, I can use music, which is another app as well, and it has the camera. This camera is a very low quality camera. It is very low quality for its age. Let me see here. It does have a front and back facing camera, so it does actually work. But other than that, really, that's it. I don't really have any other use for this. Do I recommend this? No. Do I recommend it as a collectible? Absolutely. These things are probably more rare than I think. But yeah, and I think I ended up using this thing before I got my first phone, which would have been roughly 2015, the last thing that's been truly used. Then it sat at my grandma's house, and then soon enough it started losing software support, and it just sat on the shelf in her office. So that's basically it. But again, also, you can't get enough of that noise. These noises are so cool. just never listen to that anymore. It's such a cool sound. So that's that. But really, this thing isn't much. Can't play games. I can surf the web, but can't use the App Store. Can't download apps. I actually tried downloading the pre-app Twitter, and it actually said couldn't download this app because it's not compatible with this iPhone. And I'm like, this isn't an iPhone. This is an iPod Touch. What are you trying to tell me here? So that was probably a glitch in the software. I was thinking, hey, this is a phone. It's not, though, even though at the top it clearly says iPod, even though it's like, no, this is a phone. But whatever. So that's it. This one was pretty short. Again, 2010, got supported until like 2015 when iOS 7. I don't know when iOS 7 came out. I'm not gonna look though. But that's that one, and on to the last device.
This is a test of the iPod Generation 4 Touch, whatever your name is. Camera and microphone. They probably sound like garbage. Also, the speakers on this sound terrible. They sound like they're off of a cheap mobile phone from 2010. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's it. Also, the speakers on this isn't very good, and the speakers on the next item also aren't very good. So that's your Monday night. So I just wanted to find a way to make content and also record this. So enjoy!
Alright, and the last device is this beast of an iPad. It's not that big. I can hold it with one hand. This is the first generation iPad mini. So as you can see, it actually has this, and I think the ringer is currently off. Yes, it is. But it has a slide to unlock, as you can see here. I'm actually going to turn the brightness back up here. As you can see, here it is in all of its glory. I actually did get it to sync to my iCloud, so it is in my iCloud settings. Some of the stuff really doesn't work. Also, I couldn't get the YouTube app to work on any of them. It just complained that it was old and it forced you to update it, even though the app stores were unable to update it. So I just can't use those apps, the YouTube app. I have to use the internet browser to use it. But settings work. I believe the software that this one goes is 9.3.5 or something. So this is even before iOS 10, just by a little bit. I think the next update would have been iOS 10. Actually, no, I stand correct. One more update, then it was iOS 10. The reason why I remember this is because I actually had my mom's iPhone 4S. It was like 9.3.6 or whatever, and that was actually the true last update of iOS 9 before iOS 10. So I don't have this phone anymore. It's been recycled. The battery was expanding out of the glass, so it wasn't safe to keep. But yeah, so I did get everything working. Photos works, the camera works. I actually haven't tested the camera on this, so I guess I'll test the camera now by just going to the video mode. Oops, not time-lapse. This is time-lapse, which is actually pretty cool. Got the video mode. I'm going to switch it to the inside camera, have it focus on my face, and oh, I wanted to show you the box for the iPhone 5C. What is this thing? It's like a circle or whatever, and the phone rests in here, and you could take this out, which has a bunch of stuff like instructions and whatnot. It also has a pair of Apple earbuds, the second generation ones. Oh, are they sealed? Oh my gosh, these are sealed. These haven't been opened before. Let's keep it that way. But yeah, so those are that. That's the box. That's a very unique box that it comes in. This is a 16 gigabyte model. The iPod Touch, I never mentioned, has 32 gigabytes of storage, which is actually pretty good. This iPad has 16 gigabytes of storage. Right, this is a 32 gigabyte. Yep, it is. Also, I took the case off of it because it was sticking to the back and it was making the phone sticky. But yeah, also the box that the iPod came in is like just a little tiny square box. It's nothing special. It is made out of this plastic though, so that's where that came from, but it's fine. But I guess that is the end of the video. Don't buy these items for normal daily usage, even though they look cool. If you like collecting them, then go for the iPhone 5C or the iPod Touch Generation 4. The iPad mini is just it's okay. It is a novelty though that this is the first miniature iPad that Apple produced, so I guess you can kind of use it as a collectible as well, but for daily usage, none of these items are good, especially the iPod Touch because it just doesn't work at all for iCloud or whatever. You can surf the internet, but that's it really. iPhone, again, also just for doing simple things. I have set it up so I actually can use it normally, which I'm kind of going to. Just have it sit on my dock right here. I have a little docking station for non-wireless charging phones. So this will probably go where it lives now. Other than that, that's it. So thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, share this with your friends, family, and until next time, peace. High five.